Literally recently, I've been feeling so much self doubt to the point where I actually even felt like I was going back to my old self, almost as I revisited myself, that child self where I carried that trauma, I carried that self doubt, those limiting beliefs with myself, and just this weekend, just feeling those small triggers within my body, thinking to myself, am I good enough? As I had people over and was just hanging out, I felt really just uncomfortable and not just in myself, not feeling that self that makes me feel powerful, makes me feel more balanced with myself, feeling scared to just step up on the plate and just actually know what I have to do and just move forward with it. You see, these small triggers, the more I avoided them, the louder they got. The more I didn't listen to them, the more there would be a way for it to creep in. And every time I shut that door to that small voice, to the small triggers that's trying to speak to me, I was avoiding it. And honestly, I just been not wanting to face that at the moment. Face the reality of what I know I must do instead of just distracting myself. Face something with myself that I know that you are actually being called to do something different, to make a change. And change is incredibly uncomfortable, especially if you're doing something that maybe you're not used to, that your body wants to reject because there's a belief that's saying you're not good enough or that you don't have the right amount of material or have the right amount of knowledge. And so I said, now is not the time. And I shut the door. So this weekend, when I felt those triggers, felt that uncomfortableness, just being with my family, being with guests that were over, those triggers got a little bit louder. I felt more stifled, like I used to feel when I was younger in high school, being that really, really self-conscious individual, someone who just didn't like standing out, didn't want to be heard or even stand up for herself, and felt so scared just to face challenges in life and face the world and face myself. Someone who was always just in their room alone and didn't really want to go out. And that same voice that I used to have when I was younger almost felt like it was coming back to haunt me. Almost felt like it was telling me to do something. And I was just shutting that door, saying, not today. I don't want to listen to it. But every time I said that, it got louder. And once I came back in my room alone, when everyone left, it was just me and myself. I sat there sitting with myself, just listening to that voice, imagining that it was like some kind of horrific monster, when really it was just me, that higher self saying to me, are you going to open that door yet? Are you going to take a look? Are you going to peek in? And it was as if it was reminding me that you have a calling, as if it was just there reminding me that you have something that you've been avoiding, these triggers that you've been avoiding, the fears and the self doubt that you are holding on to and just avoiding the real work, just trying to tell me that it is your time to make that change, time to make that jump, and just to stop feeling like you are not good enough and to stop feeling like you can't handle it. Stop playing small because you are bigger than this, that you are more powerful than you believe you are. But you're listening to that comfort voice, the doubts of yourself and from other people who tell you you are not good enough when all that is not true. Those doubts that you believe about yourself and what others are saying to you that makes you believe maybe it might be true, it's not. Those are all the other voices, all the other shadows, perceptions of what they believe about themselves thrown onto you, or even what they believe about other people because of their own insecurity. You are more powerful than you think. Think of all things and challenges that you went through. You're stronger than you think. And for me, especially when I was that kid, listening to those fears and up to recently, I was feeling I was falling back. I was falling into that dark pit, believing maybe they're right. Maybe I am not good enough. Allowing that monster, that demon, or whatever you want to call it, that shadow self, trying to convince me otherwise, why I'm not good enough. But then I realized it's all a story. And maybe even in your situation where you are right now, whatever you're facing in life, whatever change you want to actually make and what's calling you, and just the internal fears, internal self-beliefs or limiting beliefs, self-doubts, there's a lack of self-worth. It isn't you. It's not you. You're more than what you believe you are based on a story that was once told. You don't need to keep carrying all that trauma. You don't need to keep carrying all that lack of self-worth, even if you're scared to do it. Part of me was literally just fearing and just having self-doubt to start on projects I know I must work on. Start reaching out to people, to have clarity calls, or to even just post more on my YouTube or TikTok or anything like that, knowing that I'm avoiding something with myself. The work that needs to be done, the small work especially, not just external projects, but even internal work, staying grounded with myself and my body. Maybe you're being called to do that too. So please, bro, just please stop playing small. Stop playing like you're the victim. You are more powerful than you believe you are. Stop listening to all those naysayers, people who tell you otherwise. They don't know you more than you know yourself. They don't. So I want you to find that power within yourself right now and pull it out. Not just listen to what I'm saying and feel good for a little bit, but I want you to take that and hold on to that power. Hold on to those beliefs that know that you can embark something. Even literally earlier today, I went to the gym with one of my friends, and when I was cranking, not cranking, but when I was squatting, when I was actually squatting down, lifting the weights, it was kind of heavy. And that small voice in my mind was telling me, just give up. Don't do one more. Just give up and give in and just call it a day. Move on to the next workout and just leave. Instead of listening to that small voice, I kept enduring. I kept pushing forward. So that small voice within yourself today, those fears just to not do anything, to give up, don't listen to that voice. That's trying to keep you safe, to keep you small. That ego that's trying to keep you safe. I hope this reminded you. I hope this just genuinely, literally, in the bottom of my heart, I hope this message really resonated with you and really just helped you because it's something I'm currently dealing with. I'm not any better than anyone else, especially with the channel I have. I'm human, I'm normal, and we all have our days of doubt. But you can't let that fear run your life. Just do it anyway. Maybe there might be days you might fall, days you might feel weak, even days when you might not even feel motivated to do anything. But you know that there must be work to be done. You know there must be work in your life. That calling you might be having, that things you're pushing away because you just don't want to face a different reality or face yourself. To feel uncomfortable doing something you never done, even just following through that promise that you gave yourself some years ago, maybe months ago. Why are you delaying it? You know what you must be doing. I don't need to remind you what you have to do. This hard conversation we're having that maybe you feel something deep down, it's a reminder for you, even myself, that we have to be doing something and just stop standing still and doing nothing. Do it in fear. Do things you don't want to do doing, even if you don't even know what you're doing, because I don't always know what I'm doing either. But at least form some small idea and just take action towards it. Do it anyway. Do it in fear. Stop listening to those beliefs that you are having or what others are saying to you, and just keep pushing through as if you have like a big sword in your hand. You can cut through any vine. Just show up for yourself, bro. Just show up for yourself. I'm gonna hand you this sword or lightsaber, whatever you want to call it. I want you to pick it up and I want you to hold it with you and carry it with you anywhere you go because that represents the strength that you have within yourself. If you just pick up that sword, that saber, whatever you want to say, what you believe what it is, pick it up and use it and just know that you're the shit and that you are more worthy and enough than you think.